Hi everyone. So today we have Aashish Jain with us. So Aashish was Go Classes complete course enrolled student, and Aashish has secured All India rank 63 in GATE CSE 2026, which means this year. So first of all, congratulations Aashish for getting
Thank you.
such a top rank.
Thank you.
So now after the predictor and there has been like few days since you got the rank. I think now in your mind it is little normalized, right? I mean your mind already might have started feeling like settling down that okay in the acceptance phase basically. Yes, you got the top rank, but still like would you like to describe in words if you can, like how is this feeling of getting the rank after so much of hard work?
Yes, so I recall the night when the answer keys were released. I checked my rank on predictor, and more or less it was showing in the range of 50 only. So at the end of the day, I got a rank of 63, and that night only I was really elated that I got such a good rank, and my family was also really happy for me. But of course, they said that wait for the result at least. Do not spread that you got such a good rank. Don't be so hasty about it. So I decided to wait, and then when the results were announced, I got the rank of 63, and yes, I was really happy.
Okay, okay, great. So thank you, Ashish, for telling your experience regarding the rank. So I think this is one of the most unique experience that we get in our entire life. So probably I do not know if there was some other similar kind of happiest moment that you might have gotten earlier, but yes, this is one of the unique. Yeah.
Yes, but I do recall such an instance when I was happy in this manner. In my first year of college, I went to Triple IT Delhi. There was an ideal phone, there's Space Hack, and there I won third position. And along with that
Okay.
position, I won a trip to Singapore. So that was also a moment for me when I was really happy.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. So yes, this is really a very unique kind of happiness where we get to know yes now life is settled and now we have achieved something, we have proved something to ourselves to the others also. So yeah, let's now start with the brief introduction about yourself, about your marks, how many marks you have gotten, and your BTech college, and in which year you got passed out. Currently, what are you doing, like that?
Okay, so hello everyone. My name is Aashish Jain, and I am currently in my final year BTech in Information Technology. My college is Maharaja Surajmal Institute of Technology, which is situated in Delhi. And this was my second gate attempt. My first gate
Okay.
attempt was in my third year when I got a rank. In that attempt, I got a rank of 2026.
Okay. So how many marks you got, Ashish?
This time I got 77.9.
So currently you're in fourth year.
Yes, sir, I'm currently in fourth year.
Okay, great, great, awesome. Like that's phenomenal, and that's really good to see that many of the aspirants or many of the toppers which I have taken interview in the past few days, they are mostly either third year student or the fourth year student. Many of them are fourth year students. It is really good to see that how awareness is getting spreaded among I would say among the new gate aspirants, or among like since last 2 3 years, at least like 4 years, no 2 3 years I can say. It is really good to see that many aspirants are or many toppers aspirants are getting aware about gate, and they are preparing for gate very seriously. Okay. So Ashish, can you tell me that how you are affiliated with Go classes and when you got to know about the Go classes?
So in my first year only, I got to know about you and Deepak sir, and
Oh,
I
great.
decided I joined Go classes in my second year originally
Okay.
because my aim was GATE exam only. So I prepared my second year, but due to a number of loopholes in my preparation, I was not able to secure a good rank during my third year. But then I again joined you for full course, and then I got a rank of AIA 63 in my fourth year.
Oh, great. So you already knew us from the first year or second semester, like that, right?
Yes, yes, I do.
Awesome.
Yes, I
Okay,
did.
okay. So I'm happy for you that you did not get distracted, and you got to know about go classes in your early stage, because there are many aspirant who we often receive those kind of comments. There are many aspirant who says that, "Ki, sir, we are regretting of joining somewhere else, or we are basically regretting of not knowing go classes earlier in our preparation." So there are often here and there, or oftentimes we get these kind of comments. So I'm like, good to see that you already knew about the go classes from the very beginning. So by the way, like, you do not need to name any coaching name, but I'm just asking, like, have you compared go classes material with some other coaching, or like anything else, so popular coachings, or something like that?
No, sir, I did not. I decided to purely follow Go classes only, and that was my decision because
Okay.
during my JE preparation, I was distracted between a number of coaching institutes. So
uh,
I made sure that I will not distract myself by exploring the different materials and trust the teacher that I have chosen.
got it. Okay, okay. That's really good, that you were very much strict to the content. Now, just a random question, but little, important also. So, what made you sure that you are going to join Go classes, or what built that trust that this is the coaching where I should be spending my time for the gate preparation?
I recall watching the free lectures of linear algebra of you. So that
Okay,
was the moment when I decided that I can easily understand this concept. And I also tried some PYQs of Gate and I was able to solve them. So that was the moment I decided that yes, I can understand this institute and I will choose it because I was able to solve the questions by watching lectures of linear algebra. So that was the
got it,
reason.
got it. Great. So, you had attempted gate previous year also, which where you have gotten something like 2000 rank. You're saying, right?
Yes, yes, yes.
Okay.
2026.
Okay, 2026. Okay, great. Uh, okay, you never knew that 2000, in 2026 you will be getting the real rank,
Yes,
but 2026 was your earlier rank. I mean, in
yes.
year 2026 you got 63 rank, and you got 2026 rank in year 2025.
25. Yes. A bit
Great.
satirical, but yes, it is true.
क्या?
It is a bit of a satire. When I
Yes,
got
yes.
to know that my rank is 2026, I thought to myself only that 2026 would be my year. So I
Yes,
prepared
yes,
hard
yes.
and hard. It turned into
Right.
reality.
So we can say it was a signal from universe that you should be focusing on 2026 now.
Yes, 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 of course.
Great. So after your last attempt, I mean not this attempt, I mean the previous attempt I'm talking about. After that, how many months, days, or weeks, like kind of, that you have taken the gap, and then you started your preparation again?
I think I took a gap of a month and a half before starting my preparation again because I burned out myself in the months of January in my third year attempt. I was really scared of attempting mock tests. That was a huge reason for my anxiety in the exam as well. And I tried my best to study 8 to 10 hours daily in the month of January, but that didn't work out quite well for me. So I had to take a break of month and a half or so.
Okay, okay, got it. So Ashish, can you like little bit tell, I mean in the summary way only, but it will take, I think, 5 to 6 minutes, but still, I like you to go through your entire journey of the gate preparation. Like, entire journey means, like, you can bit talk about how you started this last attempt. I mean, basically we want to more focus on your AIS 63 attempt, but you can start with the very very beginning, like how you started about the gate, why you started about the gate, like what motivated you towards the gate, and then briefly talk about the things before the last attempt, and then we will talk more about AI 63 attempt.
Okay, so why did I choose to appear for GATE exam? I'm a bit of a stubborn personality, so when I didn't get into IIT after giving GE Advance, so I took it up as a challenge that I cannot get into IIT, so I will find another way to get into IIT. So that was the primary reason why I appeared for GATE exam. Moreover, I at that time I believed that my college was not so good, and moreover, I
uh,
was always a placement focused person, so I wanted a better package for myself. And I started my preparation properly in my second year, and I started with subjects of discrete mathematics and engineering mathematics. Engineering
Okay.
mathematics was very fun for me to do, but discrete mathematics, on the other hand, was a bit lengthy for me.
Hmm.
So I ended up procrastinating it a bit and ruining my attempt a bit due to lengthy subjects. For example, discrete mathematics was quite lengthy, DBMS
Okay.
was lengthy, and theory of competition was lengthy for me. And on the other hand, some of the subjects that I really enjoyed were digital logic, probability, and all the coding related subjects. For example, C programming, data structures, and algorithm. Since in my first year I was interested in programming, I did study C++ and completed my DSA in that from an institute. And I also used to do regular lead code problems. So that was the easy part for me. And moreover, the sequence of the subjects that I did, well, first of all, I touched on discrete mathematics and engineering mathematics. After that, I shifted to C programming, then data structures, then algorithm,
Yes.
and after that, I did theory of competition, which did took a bit of time because it is quite lengthy, and I was not able to do questions initially that were related to subjects of theory of competition. After theory of competition, I did compiler design and then operating systems. After that, computer networks, followed by computer architecture and organization. And DBMS was a subject that I really did not enjoy, and perhaps I can say it is my weak subject. So it would be a bit comical to say, but actually I completed DBMS in January only for this attempt also. It was
Oh,
not
okay.
complete. Yes, I recall that indexing part.
Huh.
I completed that in a day or two. I used to watch lectures on 2x speed and just rush the notes of the subject because I knew that it was an important topic. But luckily, in my set, no question was asked from indexing at least. So I would say that was quite lucky for me. And I do recall a question that was about pipelining in my gate attempt, um,
Hmm.
which which I would say derailed my attempt. I was not a good person at time management at all. And from the day one only, when I attempted my first mock test, I was able to make out that I am not really able to attempt all the questions in the 3 hour time.
Okay.
So I try to make sure that at least the questions I am attempting are correct. That's the least I can do. And the same happened in my gate exam attempt also. I was not able to even read or look at 5 to 7 questions at the end. And sadly, they all were 2 markers. So I was really dejected. And I did told my parents that my attempt was destroyed, that I won't be able to get a good rank. And if I talk about the various challenges I faced during my preparation, first of all, it would be I did miss quite some time away. I did not participate in college activities at all because I thought that they would act as a distraction in my gate attempt. So all the I did participate in a few hackathons in my first year, but from second year onwards, I did not participate in any co-curricular or any other activities, and I really kind of shut myself in order to prepare for gate because I wanted to be laser focused on my goal and try to work hard towards it only.
Right, right.
That would be
Okay.
all.
So, Ashish, like like in your college, what is the environment about a gate? Like how many people prepare for gate?
In my knowledge, approx 5 to 10 people only from my batch. But
Okay.
interestingly enough, the my juniors, there are
Yeah.
quite some students who are attempting for it. So there has been a lot more people who come to know about GATE and are attempting for it.
So it is after you rank, you are saying, like after you got the rank.
Yes, many students approached me on my number that
Yes,
they
yes.
will
Okay.
also be attempting for GATE next year. So asking for guidance.
Wow.
So then I came to know that many students, many juniors of mine are attempting for GATE.
This is really great to hear, Ashish, that you have set up you know one example, or someone like see, there are multiple reasons, like why your juniors are preparing for gate, because they know that you are also from the same college. They know that if they approach you, they will get some guidance, and they will get to know more about the gate. So it will basically, it might have helped them. So I'm sure that you must be helping them, you must be guiding them. And it is really good to see that after seeing your result, many aspirants are preparing for gate. But yeah, in your batch there has been few students only, as you are saying,
Yes.
like maybe 8 to 10 at most. So these are the at most, or otherwise like 5 6 people might be there, right? So the natural question arises that how you dealt with the FOMO. I mean, how you dealt with the pressure that everyone is preparing for, let's suppose, placements or some other things, and you are preparing for gate, and it's like technical exam or anything can happen like that. So how you dealt with that pressure of FOMO?
In fact, till this date, I'm trying to deal with it. I have not
Okay.
completely come out of it, even after
Okay.
achieving such a good rank. I do sometimes hope I didn't indulge my full second year for GATE, because 1 year is enough for this exam, in my personal experience. And moreover, I studied very poorly in my second year. And plus,
Hmm.
if talking about the FOMO of not
Ah.
um, for not preparing for placements, then I did believe that if I study for the subjects that are present in GATE properly, then at the end of the day, if I was not able to clear the GATE exam, then in my arsenal, I would have some basic concepts that were really strong. As we know that a strong foundation is required for building, so I would have built a really strong foundation of core subjects in CS. So I was not really scared. It was
Okay.
just a matter that I have to choose a company and a line and study for it for a month or two.
Hmm.
And I was confident in myself that I would be able to crack the placement,
Hmm.
even though if it might be off campus. So I was not really scared due to the placement part, but I did feel that I miss out on a number of college activities or a bit of on my college life due to this exam. So that's a bit of a downer for me.
Got it. Okay. Okay. No, you have made a very nice statement and very clear statement that you knew that when you're preparing for GATE, you're automatically preparing for the core computer science subjects, which is automatically helping you to get the knowledge, and then it will eventually, if you want it, then you can just spend 1 month or maybe 2 months, at most 2 months, to get some entry level company, or some company that you can start your career. Okay. So see, this kind of, I can say, understanding, or this kind of clarity, or this kind of maturity, like not everyone is having, and many aspirants are basically dealing with this in their third year or in their fourth year, that how to choose between gate and placement. So I think overall, we can choose based on our interest. Like if you want to, if you are sure that okay कि यहाँ placement इतना अच्छा नहीं होगा, तो gate is the better way. तो gate is मतलब नॉट लाइक कि गेट करेंगे तो फिर प्लेसमेंट होगा ही नहीं, एज यू आर सेइंग, लाइक गेट करने से प्लेसमेंट में ऑटोमेटिकली हेल्प मिलती है आपको, ऑटोमेटिकली कंप्यूटर साइंस के कोर सब्जेक्ट्स तो आ ही रहे हैं,
Yes, sir.
राइट? ओके. So, what was your routine about the Go classes when lectures? When it comes to Go classes lectures, how you dealt with the lectures? Like, were you, skipping on 2x? I mean, were you watching the lectures on 2x, or like you were pausing in between, and then like, what was your, the process of consuming the lectures?
Okay, so in my second year, when I started my preparation, I used to skip lectures. I just
Okay.
tried to went through annotated notes and then
Okay. Okay.
figure out that what must be important and then make my notes on the basis of that. But
ठीक है.
after the fiasco of my first attempt, I came to this is a completely wrong strategy. I have to focus on the details because the devil is in details. I feel so. So we I try to make sure that I watch each and every second of the lectures, even if it is at 2x speed. And if I'm not able to catch up on something, I rewatched that video multiple times. And
Hmm.
I tried my best to make my own notes because I was at least I thought so I would be easily able to understand them if I made my own notes. But my notes were not really structured because I'm not a very structured person in real life also. So I tried to make my notes, but at the end of the day, they were just scattered in different registers. But I would say they helped me a lot.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, yeah. You were saying something after that.
And so I tried to complete all the lectures, and even I personally, after completing my syllabus, I tried to do at least three iterations of revision. And I personally think that completing the syllabus is the easy part of the gate examination. The constant revision of the same concepts again and again, and finding out that there was a huge misconception of this topic that I used to think that I have a strong grasp on is really disheartening. So I
Hmm.
personally think the revision phase is the phase that is the most challenging part in the gate journey. Person for me.
Acha, okay, okay. So now let's just talk about the revision, and because since it was challenging, I'm sure you must have lot to share there. So see, when some aspirant is watching this video, maybe later on, then they just expect to, I mean, some comes to watch the interview to get some roadmap, some comes to watch the interview to get the motivation, and there are many other questions that they might be having in their mind. So uh, like from this interview, at least, like, I want to answer few of the questions that, like, we will try to answer few of the very important questions, and I think revision is one of the such kind of important question that we often get. Like, I think this is most frequent question कि सर रिवीजन कैसे करना है, वो आता ही है. तो आई लाइक यू टू टेल दिस थिंग इन डिटेल कि आपको रिवीजन आपने कैसे किया, एंड क्या आपका प्रीवियस अटेम्प्ट आपको रिवीजन में कुछ हेल्प किया, मतलब रिवीजन से रिलेटेड आपको जो भी बताना है. आई like I would request you to tell in little detail.
So after seeing the result of my first attempt, I was able to realize that I had a number of loopholes in my subjects and my concepts. So I decided to start anew. So I
Okay.
start with lecture one itself, and since I had the notes of those lectures, I uh, was able to watch them a bit quickly as compared to my first time. And moreover, when I completed my syllabus the second time, and then when I started revising it, I used to follow a three step. I used to follow three steps. First of all, I used to revise all the notes that I made, and side by side while watching the lectures, I used to click screenshots of the slides that I thought that there was an important concept here or something that I missed earlier, and I
Okay.
saved the Word file of them. So in the second step, I used to revisit the Word file of the important concepts that were present in the class. Now in the third step, while um, watching the lectures, I used to attempt topic-wise tests and weekly quizzes. And many times in those weekly quizzes, I used to find some questions that I was not able to make in the first try and or not able to understand completely. So in the third step, I used to revisit all those questions, which I was not able to do in the first try. So that would be the process of my revision for all the subjects. And I would say that the subject that was difficult for me would be TOC because the word file for TOC is really long in my laptop. I had
Okay.
so many misconceptions in that subject and also computer networks. I do recall that in the month of January when I was giving mock tests, I had a really huge misconception in sliding window protocol that really shocked me that at this end of the stage that I have an exam in 30 days or less, I'm still discovering many misconceptions in my studies. So that was really scary for me, but I stuck up to it. I didn't lose heart and tried my best to go for it.
Okay. So about the misconceptions, Ashish, just wanted to know, since you already studied, only from Go classes. So are you saying the, see, misconception मतलब हम generally तब बोलते हैं जब तुम्हें गलत पता हो, like you knew it wrongly and now you got to know correctly. This is misconception. And not knowing the concept in depth is the other thing. Like आपको मतलब sliding window protocol का depth या फिर उसका कुछ variation पता ही नहीं था, या गलत पता था.
गलत पता था sir. Actually, while watching the lectures, I was watching the lectures at 2x speed, and there
Okay.
are certain intricacies in the concept that that you realize when you do questions targeted on that
Hmm.
concepts. So I do remember there was a question related to C window size, and most of the people
Congestion
when,
window.
yes, and most of the, and I had a misconception of that, that window size divided by two is in certain
हाँ
conditions is not true.
हाँ
So
हाँ हाँ
that was because I rushed through your lectures, not watched them
हाँ.
quietly. So I do believe that the most part of revision are questions, and I
Hmm.
do really like Go classes since they try to bring forth the questions that are studied in foreign universities and standard questions plus. So these standard questions really help to tell you that you had a misconception that you didn't even know about,
Hmm.
and you
Hmm.
somehow
Right.
solve that question completely wrong, and then when you go through the concepts or in the comments you find out that yes, this is how this question was supposed to solve. And I did make many mistakes in my notes also. When I was
Okay.
when I was revising, I found a number of mistakes in my own personal notes that I made by watching your lectures
Oh
also.
my God.
That
So
was a
how did it
really
happen,
shocker for me.
आशीष? मतलब वो मिस्टेक्स थोड़ा 2x में देखने से और उससे थोड़ा जल्दी
हाँ,
जल्दी करने से आ गए?
जल्दबाजी में.
हाँ, got it. Okay, okay.
Yes.
So, uh, what was the importance you think about the test series? And since you talked about foreign university questions and standard questions, so what is your take on having various questions on the test series and having that quality test series? Like how important it is and how it helped you?
If I would say that almost 80% of my preparation was due to the test series that you provided, because I do believe that the core of the subjects remains the same every day. But when you come to know about the depth of these subjects, that is only possible with help of the standard questions or questions that are of a certain level at least. And
Hmm.
these questions should be particularly targeted at the weak points of the students or at the places where the students tend to have wrong assumptions about.
हाँ.
So these were the questions that I was able to find in the test series provided by you and Deepak sir. And moreover, in the classes themselves also, you tried to touch almost every concept except for some, but those were apparently present in the weekly quizzes also. So I would say that test series are really important, and I would even go as far as saying that test series are even more important than the core of the subjects, because they pinpoint the pinpoint the blunders that other students make, or the blunders that the professors at IIT who set up the paper aim at targeting the students. So test series are really important.
Got it. So, yes, like thank you, Ashish, for telling the importance of the test series. And I kind of agree with you that test series is extremely crucial. But consider a scenario where suppose you like imagine yourself like you don't have go classes course, you only have the go classes test series. And but I don't think it's a valid question to you because you have not seen other other coaching courses. But anyway, it's not like a comparison kind of question. It is like a question related to the test series importance and the course importance. So what I'm trying to say is that suppose you only have the test series access, okay, you do not have that course access, देन डू यू थिंक कि वो इक्विवेलेंट ही है या फिर दोनों ही मतलब पढ़ना दोनों ही करना उतने इम्पोर्टेंट है? मतलब
Uh,
बेसिकली कोर्स एक्सेस का मतलब इन डेप्थ, क्योंकि कोर्स गो क्लासेस का इन डेप्थ ही होता है, तो कोर्स एक्सेस मतलब कि आपको इन डेप्थ पढ़ना प्लस टेस्ट सीरीज, या फिर हम एक शैलो नॉलेज के साथ टेस्ट सीरीज अटेम्प्ट कर सकते हैं और फिर भी अच्छी रैंक ला सकते हैं? आपको क्या लगता है उस बारे में?
um, if we only appear for the test series, I think it would be a bit difficult and more time consuming. I personally think, because, for example, I do have a shallow knowledge on a particular concept and I went to attempt the test series, then I would see, first of all, I scored really less marks. First of all, that would be completely disheartening, and some people might even outright reject that I won't be giving the gate exam. So that would be a
Hmm.
hurdle they have to cross. And second, if you are able to somehow accept that, okay, I had some loopholes, then the second part would be searching for the correct videos on YouTube, which is
Hmm.
really time consuming, I would say. Would be really time consuming. So that would be two main hurdles that you have to cross. First would be not get disheartened by watching such low marks, and second, find the correct standard resource for that particular concept. So I would say this Go classes course did really help me a lot, and it was a huge time saver because I knew that whatever the misconceptions I had would be present in the videos that were in the Go classes. So I just had to rewatch the videos of that particular topic, and I got to know that yes, there was a misconception in this point.
Got it. No, you said it very correctly, and I can say that I felt it with the first-hand experience, because at my time there was no Go classes course, so I directly had to jump to the test series. But at the same time, I can say there was no Go classes test series also. So so we even we might not be solving that much depth question. But anyway, I think that's a self boost about Go classes. So enough. It's now enough, because I just because I know that so much of hard work we have done, and so much of variations questions that we have done, so it automatically comes out. It's not like I'm making something intentionally. Okay, so my next question is that when you're watching the lectures, like how much your focus was to note down the things, like how much you were making the notes, like were you making everything, writing on the pen and paper, or you were just writing only short notes?
I was writing everything on pen and paper. I
Wow.
didn't try to miss a single thing, but apparently I did miss quite a few things when I was revising. I realized that,
Got it.
but at least I tried to note everything down.
Got it. And also, like, Ashish, like many aspirants come to me, and when they get like a rank around 2000, 2500, or maybe 1500, anything. Okay. And then they say that, sir, I want to repeat because I'm not satisfied with my rank. And for this reason, I want to repeat. Okay. Then I won't say all, but like apparently, I would say that 70% of the student have the same mindset, and then they say to me that, sir, I know the concepts now because I already got this much rank. I know the concepts now, and I just want to directly jump to the test series. So what is your thought on that? Like, have you done the same thing कि आपने मतलब लास्ट मतलब सेकंड लास्ट अटेम्प्ट 2000 रैंक के बाद यू डायरेक्टली जंप टू द टेस्ट सीरीज, और यू वर थिंकिंग लाइक अ बिगनर कि यार नहीं मुझे पहले सीखना है अच्छे से, मतलब व्हाट वाज योर टेक?
Uh, I personally think if you get a rank of 1800 to 2500 in GATE, uh, you should think that you still have a lot to learn. It is not a good, it is not very difficult to, I would say, at least to get such a rank in GATE exam. So if you are in this bracket, then I would personally suggest that start anew. You have some misconceptions, and those misconceptions would be solved by rigorous practicing and revision. I would not say that directly jump into test series because that might dishearten you a bit. Because you will unfold a number of loopholes that you had
Hmm.
in your preparation. So first of all, you should target things topic wise. You have at least gone through a bit of a syllabus. After that, only you got such a rank under in the range of 1800 and 2500. So I would say first of all, target your strong topics. And after realizing that even in your strong topics, you have a number of loopholes. This was something that I realized in digital logic. I really did not understand the concept of conversion between the flip flops. For example, conversion of T flip flop to JK flip flop and all. That was really eye opening for me. So I would say that you first of all pick your strong topic and then watch some lectures or attempt a test on that topic because
Hmm.
you're confident in yourself that you will at least perform good in that topic. But then you will see that you have a number of loopholes. So rather than wasting your time in doing so, I would say turn a new leaf and just start from beginning. Doing this would be a lot quicker than before because you have a bit of a grasp on some basic logics and concepts, but the devil is in details. I say it again. So you have to at least try to go through each and every second of lectures and mark down all the questions that you attempted wrong, or especially click screenshots of all the concepts that you had a different understanding of, or at least wrong understanding of. That would be my.
Got it. Okay. Okay. Yes. So, Ashish, regarding regarding the ups and downs that you might have faced in your preparation, so what kind of demotivations that you were feeling? मतलब क्या thought process था कि यार ये नहीं हो रहा या वो नहीं हो रहा, मतलब क्या क्या thoughts थे?
Well, I would say I was not scared about placement at all. I already told the reason for it. The main demotivating factor was for me was watching my friends enjoying their college life, and on the other hand, I'm still stuck to a entrance exam. Most of the students in my college, after giving JEE mains, they used to think that they are done with competitive exams. They will complete their BTech and enter the working force for the country. But yet again, I somehow got myself into a situation that yet again I'm studying for another entrance exam. So
Hmm.
yeah, that was a bit motivating for me. And I would say the truth that after getting my first result of 2026, I did thought of dropping the for gate preparation. I decided that just leave it. I will also start preparing for placements and join the workforce. But then there's a concept of sunken cost fallacy, and that
Okay.
concept says that you keep on doing something in hopes of regaining the time or money you have already spent. So when I was on that crossroad that whether I have to give 1 year more for my gate preparation, I was just thinking that I've already spent a complete year for the preparation and got nothing out of it. So I was really scared due to that. So that was the main factor that pushed me to attempt 1 more year. It is a bit ironical, but it is the truth. So yes, the demotivating factor would be missing on all the college activities, the various hackathons. My most of my friends are doing really good right now. They Most of them are having 30 LPA plus packages. So yes, this is still a bit demotivating for me that
Mhm.
if I might have followed with them or stayed with them, I might have also bagged a good package for me and moreover also enjoyed my college life. But it was my decision to appear for Git, so I'm happy for it. I stuck with it.
So, Ashish, firstly, I think it's a great rank, and you will be getting whatever college you want to. Mostly, you will be getting any of the college that you want to. And also about still having that FOMO that you talked about. So basically, let me tell you, I like obviously like everyone has their own choices, and they are also doing excellent. You are also doing excellent. It's not about the comparison or something. I just wanted to tell you one thing, that what you have earned is basically there are two things. One is that you crack the national level examination, which is obviously very hard to crack, and now you know that how to crack some examination, and then you have that kind of confidence. You probably now you might not be realizing it, but maybe few years down the line you will be always proud of yourself that care I prepared for some competitive examination. I know how to prepare for competitive examination, and I know how to crack crack some competitive examination. So now you have that kind of confidence, and apart from that, the best thing that you have earned is that now you will be getting to the top college. I'm like assuming that you will go for the masters. Okay, so you will go for the masters. So in that case, you will be going for the top college, and then you will really get to understand the essence, or I can say the real feeling of the Indian education system. Then like see, मैं जब ISC में था, when I was in ISC, I after after one semester, the only thing that came to my mind is was like that कि यार इसका अगर जितना यहाँ पे रिग्रेस हो, जितना स्ट्रक्चर, जितना मतलब लेटेस्ट टेक्नोलॉजी, और जितना मतलब अच्छे से पढ़ाते हैं, पढ़ाते अच्छे से नहीं है, मतलब कंटेंट अच्छा है, पढ़ाना तो पढ़ना तो खुद को ही है ना, बट जिस टाइप का एनवायरनमेंट है या फिर जिस टाइप का एटमोसफेयर है, टोटल अगर उसका 10% भी इंजीनियरिंग कॉलेज किसी इंजीनियरिंग कॉलेज में हो जाए, लाइक बाकी जो नॉर्मल इंजीनियरिंग कॉलेज हैं, तो मतलब इंडिया कहाँ से कहाँ पहुंच जाए. So that kind of feeling I had after just one semester. So you will get to know the real sense of education कि यार ये IITs इतने लाइमलाइट में क्यों हैं, आईआईटी को आईआईटी कैसे बनाया, मतलब आईआईटी क्या, आईआईटी किस वजह से वो आईआईटी है, क्यों इतना उनका उनका इतना लाइमलाइट है, क्यों इतना वो पॉपुलर है, क्यों वहाँ पे इतने प्लेसमेंट्स हो रहे हैं, क्यों वो हर जगह पूरी दुनिया में अपना अपना क्या बोलते हैं उसको, पराश्रम, और क्या बोलते हैं, सॉरी हिंदी का वर्ड याद नहीं आ रहा, बट दे आर सो पॉपुलर. सो यू विल गेट टू नो आफ्टर enroll आफ्टर गेटिंग टू सच प्लेस, आईआईटी और आईएससी, वॉट एवर यू चूज. मतलब आईआईटी का मतलब, मेरा मतलब आई वाज इंक्लूडिंग आईएससी और एनी अदर टॉप कॉलेज दैट यू माइट बी थिंकिंग. सो दिस इज व्हाट यू हैव अर्न. मतलब आपको 2 साल के बाद पता चलेगा कि एजुकेशन सिस्टम होता क्या है. दिस इज व्हाट आईआईटी इज. सो प्लेसमेंट तो वहां से भी लग जाएगा. इट्स नॉट लाइक कि वहाँ हो सकता है कि वहां से 30 का नहीं लगे, हो सकता है वहां से 25 का लग जाए, लेकिन प्लेसमेंट डजेंट मैटर. आपको 1 साल बाद आप जो चाहोगे वो प्लेसमेंट लग जाएगा, क्योंकि 1 ईयर इज एनफ टू सेटल डाउन एंड टू रियली प्लान. सो बेसिकली आईएससी और आईआईटीज आर सो मच रिग्रेस दैट यू विल नॉट बी हैविंग टाइम टू प्लान. यू विल ओनली हैव द टाइम टू स्टडी. आपको टाइम ही नहीं होगा कि यार ये प्लेसमेंट प्लेसमेंट का ये कर लो वो कर लूँ. You just talk any IIT or ISC student, they will tell you they hardly get 10 days to prepare for their interviews or prepare for the companies. क्योंकि उनके पास असाइनमेंट और एग्जाम्स इतने होते हैं कि उनको टाइम नहीं मिलता, क्योंकि दैट्स व्हाट मेकिंग देम एनेबल टू crack the things, crack those interviews. So those 2 years are for studies, and then after 1 year, like I mean immediately you may get 20-25 package, but after 1 year you will be getting any desired package or any desired company based on your hard work and based on your interest. So तो अभी तो आपका अच्छा ही है, ऐसा कुछ फॉर्मू लेने की जरूरत नहीं है. एनीवे, ओके. I think we talked about most of the things. We talked about notes, we talked about revision, ups and downs, your strategy, and anything else like you like to share that you think that okay we might not have covered.
Personally, I would say that I realized in my first attempt I got really burned out after focusing on studying. So I would like to advise all the aspirants to find a hobby for yourself that is a safe
Hmm.
zone for you or what you enjoy doing. For me, it was personally exercising, and I did practice mixed martial arts for a year. So that was really fun for me. So I would suggest all the students to find a hobby that along with the
Nice.
examination, and at the end of the day, what matters the most is that your mental health is good. So ruining your mental health behind for a examination is not really worth it, I would say. So you should really focus on your mental well-being and pick a hobby while preparing for this exam.
Right. So, Ashish, I very much agree with you on that. Actually, many of the students who are watching the video, they might be coming from the background where they might not be, having any sports excellence or any sports interest even, right? Matlab, I can relate with myself because I was from a small town, and when I went to the college, I was from the Hindi medium, and when I went to the college, I saw that okay, everyone is doing something. Either they are good in English, or they are like playing basketball, or they are doing some activities or here and there, or they are good in programming or whatever, right? I mean, they're at least good in one thing. Not everyone, but yeah, they were confident that ki ha, matlab they can do something. So I haven't played any sports in my BTech, and then later I realized that I did, extremely wrong. I should have played something. Yeah, volleyball I played for 1-2 months because many of my Bing mates were going for the volleyball. But I would just like to highlight one thing here, that as Ashish is saying that see, you should be making your interest now. Now currently you might be thinking ki I do not know. Suppose you pick something. Suppose you pick the badminton, volleyball, or whatever. Suppose you say that okay I do not know badminton, and if I go to the badminton court, since we are we all are teenagers. I mean at that time we are teenagers, so we get the फियर ऑफ जजिंग कि यार पीपल विल जज अस कि यार इसको तो ये ही नहीं आता, इसको तो रैकेट उठाना ही नहीं आता, इसको तो शटल मारना नहीं आता, या फिर जो भी है ना. So people will judge us. So I would say that don't get into the trap of judging. Just pick some interest, follow that interest for 1 or 2 months. See, it might seem too difficult or too far away कि यार मैं बैडमिंटन अभी पिक करूंगा तो लोग क्या सोचेंगे. पहली चीज ऐसा कुछ नहीं है. दूसरी चीज, लोग रेस्पेक्ट करेंगे कि यार यू आर डूइंग समथिंग. एंड तीसरी चीज ये है कि इट माइट लुक टू फार अवे कि यार हो सकता है कि मेरे को पता नहीं कितना टाइम लगेगा कि बैडमिंटन सीखने में. ये सोचने में होता है, लेकिन 2-3 महीने में कोई भी चीज़ ऐसी नहीं होती कि 2-3 महीने के बाद आपको दिक्कत आए उस चीज़ में. 2-3 मंथ्स तो मोर देन एनफ है टू क्रैक एनी इंटरेस्ट, एनी स्पोर्ट्स इंटरेस्ट. ऐसे मतलब वो एक रेगुलर हैबिट में आ जाएगा. 2-3 मंथ्स में आप एक्सपर्ट तो नहीं हो जाओगे, बट एक रेगुलर हैबिट में कोई भी स्पोर्ट्स आ जाएगा, लाइक बेस्ड ऑन माई एक्सपीरियंस एंड माई थिंकिंग. सो यस, पिक
Yes.
सम इंटरेस्ट एंड डू. या आशीष.
So I would say that whenever you are choosing a hobby, pick a personality that is famous for doing so. And you can think of it that there was a day when he was also a beginner. So you can feel that you and him are in the other in the same shoes. The only
Hmm.
difference is being the effort and the time that he put, that you can also put. So
Hmm.
I don't think there is any reason to fear that others will judge. And moreover, I would say that all the people are really busy in their own life. They don't have time to see that what other person is doing. So that is
Hmm.
a mindset that you all should have. Focus on yourself and just ignore others. And even and if they are judging you, then you should realize that they don't have anything important in their own life to do. That's why they're killing their own time by judging others. So
Hmm. Nice, nice. Yes, yes.
that would be all.
Yeah, got it. So, Ashish, I think in this session we have touched or we have talked about a few different things than the other interviews. For example, hobby was one of the thing. Another thing was like test series versus the course. This was the, some different question that I haven't asked in other sessions, and there are like few other things which were a little different. And I'm very happy that I asked the different things, because if we cover the different things, then if some aspirant is coming to you, they will be getting something new than the other some interview. So like as a YouTube channel also, it is good for us to have different questions to different topics, and we try for that, and it naturally came with you. Like, I haven't scripted anything, it naturally came based on your answers, and I'm really happy that it went in that way. I hope you also enjoyed the conversation like me.
Yes, sir, I did.
And now I would request you to just give one small message to all the aspirants who are watching this video, and whatever is coming to your mind, just something which is coming from bottom of your heart कि यार मतलब ऐसे पढ़ना है मतलब when a new aspirant is coming, they have lot of question कि गेट क्या है, पता नहीं कितनी प्रिपरेशन लगेगी, कितनी मेहनत लगेगी, कितना कैसे पढ़ना है, क्या करना है, ऐसे like they just take the gate abstract thing, and then they just try to figure it out even before start preparation. That's the problem. मतलब वो प्रिपरेशन के बाद तो समझ में आता है कि गेट क्या है, लेकिन प्रिपरेशन से पहले कैसे समझ में आएगा कि गेट क्या है. So whatever the message you want to give from bottom of your heart, then I would request you to give that message. I will just turn off my video and will request you to give that message. Once your message is over, I will turn on the video again.
So I would personally say that always go by the saying that hard work always beats talent. So no matter how ahead or how ahead others are from you, and what do you think that that other person is more talented than me or something, but you should always focus on yourself and never stop working hard, and don't let other people's act as barriers in your life. After all, it is your life, so you should take your own decisions. And the best thing about taking your own decisions is at the end of the day, even if you fail, at least you can say that it was my own doing. You don't have someone else to blame for it. So that would be my message. Take your own decisions, and hard work beats talent.
Thank you, Ashish, for summarizing the entire gate journey into just one very essential and very meaningful sentence, which is like hard work beats talent. And this is really true that if you work hard, you will be getting the top rank. You will be getting your concepts clear, and you will be achieving whatever is your desired rank. Yes, if there is a bad luck, then you might be getting one two lesser marks than the usual marks. If it is good luck, then you might be getting one two more marks, but not more than that, or maybe two three lesser, two three more. But yes, if you have work hard, then you will be definitely getting the rank. So thank you, Ashish, thank you so much for joining for the session. It was wonderful talking to you, and once again, congratulations for your rank.
Thank you, sir.